Hello and welcome. We are here with Calypso, who was just evicted a little bit ago by a unanimous vote. So first and foremost, Calypso, how are you feeling?
I mean, I kind of knew it was going to happen. I just really had a feeling I really don't care that I told Marissa that I was going to target her. I even set her last, so it doesn't even really bother me. I knew I was going to go up this week if somebody came off the block. Like,
So do you think that there was anything that you could have done to stay off the block, or do you think that this was kind of always what was going to happen and there wasn't much you could have done?
I could have been picked to play veto. But no, I feel like the majority of who was left would have already tried to get me out because I wasn't working with them. So it is what it is.
Right. So going back a little bit, well, I guess a long ways at this point. So obviously you came into this game with giraffes. What was your I guess how did you anticipate coming into this game with them? Did you think that you guys were going to work well together? Did you think you'd have conflict and you disagree? What was your thoughts?
I mean, I knew that we would have conflict. Like, I knew giraffes is more of a I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna think about it and then I'm gonna try and recover if I fumble. Whereas I'm a more I think about it before I do it, make sure that I talk to the people, and just plan it out first before I do anything. I just plan it out before I do it and then go ahead and do it if I think that it's the right course of action.
Yeah, and you guys had a pretty bumpy ride from the start. I mean, Giraffes had won the week two HOH, and that in theory should have meant that you guys were safe. But lo and behold, you end up on the block, and you guys have to fight for your lives in the duel. So, what was that kind of like? Was that a little bit of like a wake-up call to you both that, this is how the game was gonna go? What was it like for you?
I mean, I knew from the start I was specifically was gonna have trouble because, it was my first time doing a Big Brother org or anything like Big Brother. The only other org I've done was actually a Survivor org, which was completely on Reddit and Discord. So I had no experience in doing something like this at all. So I was like, I'm gonna struggle either way, but I'm gonna try and do well. And Giraffes tried to help me how she could, but I also was like, just let me do this how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and then obviously we saw not too long after, unfortunately, you ended up on the block as final nominees to get. Why do you feel, looking back, people voted to keep you over giraffes? And do you think that they made the right decision in the long run, I guess, for the people who did vote that way?
I feel like, I mean, yeah, I mean, personally, yes, I feel like they made the right decision. I mean, I got to stay. I got to stay for quite a while longer, actually. Um, but like, I mean, I feel like for people's game, it did make more sense to keep me because I mean, I was more likely to, either win veto or win some more of the challenges than drafts was with how a lot of these challenges were going. Like, even she told me, she was like, I wouldn't have lasted 15 seconds in that challenge. Like, I mean, yeah, I think that they did for who did vote to keep me decided that it would be good. And I mean, I got to make more connections with people through it. So it definitely was a plus on my part to be able to stay.
Absolutely. And you did go on to eventually win your own head of household. Do you think looking back, taking out Roxanne was the right move, or do you wish that you had done something differently in retrospect?
I mean, I feel like everybody else was too scared to take her out, if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, all of us know in this kind of game, you don't want to be there with the older person that's nice to people because then they're going to be the one that wins. So I think I kind of blew it open a little bit for other people to have a chance because I knew if she made it to the end, whoever is up there next to her isn't going to win.
Fair enough. So now we're here at this point in the game. Who do you feel left in the game is playing the best game at this point? Who do you respect the most, if anyone?
Out of who's left or out of the full game?
Out of who's left, who do you think is playing the
Okay.
best games?
I honestly, I feel like Marissa.
Why is that?
I mean, she had me, Devin, and Marina fooled. And I mean, I feel like we were pretty good at, calling out who was doing what for the most part. And then, lo and behold, we were getting fooled, except for she didn't have Marina fooled, but she had me and Devin fooled.
So, and is that something that you would hold against her, or would that be something more in her favor if, she ends up in the final two chairs? Is that
I
something
think
you're
it'd
going to
be more in her
respect?
favor. Yeah, like, because I mean, hey, you had me fooled, and I felt like I had most people figured out at this point in the game. Like, from day one, I did not trust LJ fully. I didn't trust Benji fully because I knew that there was something that I knew LJ was mainly already playing for himself at that point, it felt like at the very beginning. And Benji, I just was like, I feel like he's a good player. Like I already could tell because I think Giraffe told me that she played a game with him before. And I was like, okay, so that's already somebody I feel like I need to watch out for.
Fair enough. I don't know if you've seen anything that has happened since you've been evicted in terms of HOH or anything like that. Have you?
I did watch you I saw the noms.
Okay, so you saw the nom, so you know what's going on there. So to recap, Amanda is the HOH, and she did put up Taisha and Debbie, and then they both switched. So the nominees right now are Jenny and Eli. What do you think is her plan? Who do you think is the target? What's your kind of perspective on things right now?
I feel like she's trying to get out Eli or Taisha, or because I'm pretty sure Debbie's been working with her. Jenny's been one of those two has been working with her at least. Um, and Eli and Taisha were working with me. So I mean, I just have a feeling she's trying to get out those two because I mean, you wouldn't keep putting them up on the block if they weren't somebody's target.
Sure. And at this point, who do you predict is going to win the whole season? Not who you want, but who do you predict is going to be the winner?
Probably Amanda.
Okay, fair enough. Shall we get to a couple of your goodbye messages?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Ships. Can you see this?
It's yes. Now I can.
All right, perfect.
Hey, Calypso, it was great meeting you. I'm sorry about what happened. I just feel like you were on the side with Devin and kind of like the wrong side this time. And you did say you were targeting me, so I think some people thought you were targeting them. But it was great getting to know you. As you know, I've played with giraffes before. We played I Love Money, Love Giraffes, so it was great getting to know their partner as well. Hope Giraffes is doing well, and hope no hard feelings. And good luck being a new dad. Um, being my I have two boys as well. It's great. So yeah, hope to connect with you again out of the game.
Howdy, partner. I feel like we kind of played this game on parallel tracks. We did like never intersected. We had different groups and ran different ways. And yeah, I think you definitely had the right instincts a couple rounds ago when you were HOH to nominate me. I've always thought that me and you have been the biggest threat to one another's games, and I got, had an extra person helping me, had an extra challenge break, and I think that's the difference between like me or you making a serious run in this game. So I'm gonna try and make the most of the luck that I got. And like I'm glad you've been having fun in this one. I've enjoyed all our time talking, and I've had a lot of fun myself. And lastly, yeah, Waylon Chaos. Wish you a very happy, healthy baby boy, and you and Lucas are going to be great parents. Cheers, partner.
Thoughts on those messages?
I mean, Debbie's right. I mean, yeah, I was partnered with. I was working with Devin and Marina. She obviously they had their thing where Debbie had her issue with Devin, and Devin really did not like Debbie. It was what it was, and I mean, Obviously, I'm going to add fuel to the fire. I was wanting to see some drama. I was getting kind of boring without Gabby there. But I mean, hey, I had fun with it.
And overall thoughts on the experience, what it was like playing in a game like this that you haven't really gotten to do before, and obviously get to play with someone that you're very close to in real life. I mean, thoughts on everything?
It was so much fun. I mean, I never thought that I'd be doing challenges like that, let alone doing something on YouTube like this at all. Like the most I've done is like drag competitions on Instagram and YouTube, and it's nothing like this. And I really did have a great time doing it. I had so much fun. I want to do it again, just not so soon.
Understood. And last question I have for you, how do you think the jury house is going to be? You're going to be joining Devin, Marina, and Gabby. Or is that something you're excited about to be reunited with some people that you, not only people you worked well with, but also somebody that you definitely exchanged some heated words with. So is that something you're looking forward to?
I am looking forward to it because I mean, at the end when Gabby got evicted, her and I had talked and we were at a good spot. So I am excited to get to know her outside of the game. Like, yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
All right. Well, we'll get you added over there. Thank you so much, Calypso, for taking the time to do the interview. Thank you so much for playing, doing something outside your comfort zone. I always love seeing people that I've not only never met before, but also that have never really done something like this before. It's really great to watch, and you were so, so incredible to watch, not just alongside giraffes, but also on your own. So really thank you so much, and I look forward to chatting